Rihanna nam ne kwame na tie bi nkomo and then me kubisa na ase ayeso question ye be na ye na mo nyina ma ye ko answer yare ye kese na ne din kete na chino pro ya de ne ko o me biom unji dia dale mo www.com with me to the some phone.
This advertisement gave very scary statistics of the number of people who were to die daily from AIDS. It simply meant if you had AIDS, there was no hope. According to the HIV Sentinel report for 2017, 15,694 deaths were recorded, out of which 12,792 were adults. The report also revealed the national prevalence rate was 1.67%. with Ashanti and Greater Accra regions recording the highest prevalence rate of 3.2%. Most of these deaths were because they defaulted the antiretroviral therapy, ARTs. In this documentary, I'll be speaking to some persons living with HIV and herbalists who claim to have a cure for the disease. I find out how stigma pushes these people to avoid taking the very drugs that can make them live longer. Meet Jane, a 34-year-old trader, married with 2 children. This place provides her the calmness anytime she wants to reflect on her life. She made a promise to herself as a young girl to keep her virginity till she gets married. But the struggles of life compelled her to break this promise when her mom got sick and had no help from anyone.
Me I never say I until you used to condom. I feel that one day or 2 years at name once na I feel if whom you now was not me at the crow.
After that relationship, Jane likely met another man who would marry her. Few months later, she became pregnant. Jane had to test for HIV in order to protect the unborn child and herself. And that was when reality dawned on her.
I call hospital. I call NISA positive. I call so me father man chena me worry until me say you no one so be careful. Because go for share that di one yankasa. Me say nipa na afa mi hu na no odwane so sheda nipa ko ni
okay
what did you born.
Jane was devastated. Her husband was disturbed and left her to her fate after so much pressure from his family. Jane at this point would do anything to get rid of this disease that has been labeled as a killer disease. According to World Health Organization, in the absence of any interventions during these stages, rates of HIV transmission from mother to child can be between 15 and 45%. The hospital mandatorily put her on medication until the baby was born.
Me take him na kopim se me woye na me no medro na 6 months na me twa akran for.
According to records from the United Nations Program on HIV and AIDS, UNAIDS, new HIV infections averted due to pregnant mother-to-child transmissions was 2,100 as at 2017. Figures from the Demographic Health Survey in 2014 revealed that 67.7% of adults between the ages of 15 and 49 responded no to the question, would you buy fresh vegetables from a shopkeeper or a vendor if you knew that this person had HIV.
Stigma affects almost every aspect of HIV response. There are people who live with HIV, but they are not accessing treatment services. Why? Because they don't want people to know that they are taking a certain medication for which people will ask them. So because of that, people who don't want to go to the health facility to even access treatment.
HIV and AIDS-related stigma and discrimination is a pervasive problem worldwide, and the people living with HIV in Ghana as elsewhere face stigma and discrimination in a variety of contexts. This means stigma attached to HIV and a resultant discrimination is a critical barrier to achieving universal access to HIV-related prevention, treatment, care, and report. The discrimination and stigma compels many persons living with HIV to seek for possible cure for the disease, and that is exactly what Jane did.
I'm called Dr. Brody. I'm called Jane Indro na 6 months still. At the end of that, so
then I'm called Dr. Brody.
I met in TV so. Say Otimisa Sayariam. Timmy Coy no na obi so why or the adansi pepe sachet so Otimia de esa. Ti oje or see over yentua 45 million. But over to I say 1,500, I'm to I say 1,500. The 1,500 nation, oh baby, are now the 100 cedis. Abba. Timmy yes for 6 months. Now the NSL, W. Mijay.
You know Ben or the mama.
A droby or I never be drew. I buying the one I'm a good Robin and was silly. And over top Janie and a Garrick, Mako 50.
After using the medication for close to 6 months without the expected results, Jane moved to another herbal healer for perhaps more potent treatment.
The giant I'm a Dr. Mensa and then so me call or on the nedrono or more different. A boa how near a war so a Ravam 3 times a day.
And the only name of the air.
And the back could be who say, I say Garrick, but no. One tin papa.
And also, or Joe saying,
And the one jacket so or say a 28 million already. But what to us say, going a beer and send that time now for me, shed in this country. It was say 5 million. But no me no. Now me so tiane be 2 months nam dem trade.
The desperation to get rid of the stigma associated with living with HIV urged her on. Jane almost lost hope until she saw another advertisement on television that seemed to have found a final solution to her problem.
Me take go and not just say girl now free South Africa no be yeah you know. We say some for media funds so aboy mo na say na de be yampa. And my call the child and me call. See me no ye no say panier ni 100 million. Or say panier no or what by 1 month maybe through blood do. The panier na nanka. My mother some copiska about
well, when you scam.
No scam. No say they do 100 cities. For me told me no advance one. See every week be an koto. And also 2 months. Na pay na my yare pa na ma no hu na ehwane. So tie me time na me jai na asa kwaji ndra.
Here is another lady who's living with HIV since 2016. Her situation was worse than that of Jane. In 2016, she became aware she was HIV positive after she was forced to take the test because her husband had died mysteriously 38-year-old Kate was convinced taking the ARDs will kill her faster.
If you want man numbia for some time, and Jaya Meteo. Timothy TV, who I may share and who say, Heba the Dr. CB, Kasawu TV. So, you know, see, when I drew, I be drew, I own no ma, a bebwa, ama, Yarian, and one form crana, and how beam. Timothy and manager, who was a baby drew, and almost see a mount side effects be and I'm a call. Timmy no. I'm a home doctor, and my friend no car me baby or and I'm a coy. Timmy no more charge me, so more bedroom 3,000. Now 3,000 on Bejama Medrono. Meet you fear, or moon Jenny in Ambo. Into a mama medrona every week, or dear drone mamma and I may be no medrona. Week no masako, until week in the Meko Bia is a cake cramino. Now made your mama, no mamma medro.
6 months into the medication, Kate felt she was getting better until things became worse.
Like I said, we drew now and no more. I'm one. Timmy who say I'm one and I'm a tough for me. My son stuff. Says I'm a Koji hospital at Trona. To my son, my son started hospital. And he say, my started hospital at Trona Bay 9 months in 9 months in here, may say no hospital at Trona. To mother from there almost 10 months. That me started hospital at Trona. Mr. Doctors and no, the case a minko physio and cahono. The men no more drew now, minko physio no, and I feel nice improvement. A banker crabby say grand, mean sorry and Nancy.
The Ashanti Regional HIV/AIDS Coordinator, Dr. Thomas Ejakupoku, explains the default rate of persons with HIV is alarming.
Defaulting rate among people on ARV, that is to say HIV positive patients who have been put on medication, is a major concern to us, lost to follow up. Some people, once you start them for 2 weeks, they disappear and then they come back in a very bad state. In absence of a cure for HIV, the use of ARV is a very powerful tool to ensure that people who live in HIV having a better life. Last year, our calculation showed that about 1/3 of patients who have been put on medication did not come back after a period. And that's a major concern. I can tell you that more than 50% of our patients are on 1 or 2 of these medications from these so-called doctors. And these drugs are not working. They come to us with the drugs when things are so bad to show it to us.
But in some cases, not everyone that defaults are able to come back to restart the process. In her poorly lit room, she lies in the couch on her side, struggling to breathe properly. Skinny, frail, and tired looking, this is 27-year-old Dapa who has lived with HIV for the past 4 years. The family has ascribed spiritual explanation to her situation, totally refusing to accept that she was HIV positive. Sounding very nasal, she explains her sister asked her to stop taking the ARTs because her condition was not HIV.
No, I'm
Fibe mo asem ni eke.
Most persons living with HIV who are on treatment are often assigned caregivers and counselors to help them to get better. One of them, Edward Ansa, who is a counselor at Sontreso Government Hospital, noticed the changes in Dapa's health and sought to help her.
I think initially she stopped the ARVs doing the herbal medicine, but she came back for the ARVs, so she was doing the ARVs alongside the herbal medicine. But since then, for the past 1 year, she stopped the cure, so she's only on the ARVs. We are fighting that she will come back strengthened.
Ansa is optimistic that Dapa could recover from her current condition.
When you are on ARVs, you are told not to take herbal medicine at all. But here is the case: there are some herbal medicine, some people who are deceiving people that there's a cure. This one, she was told that it's a cure; it's going to cure the HIV.
Unlike Jane and Kate, who got back, Dapa was perhaps unlucky. She died 2 weeks after we spoke. She is among more than 100 of them that died after defaulting from their prescribed treatment. Olivia Graham is the Ashanti Regional Technical Coordinator for the Ghana AIDS Commission. She confirms that many persons living with HIV who are in denial are often unable to recover after their health gets very bad.
So when somebody is positive and the person is in denial, the person will not take their medicines. They will not go to the facilities. So they are still in the communities with their positive states, with nothing being done about it. And this makes them very, they can easily transmit the virus to other people. And also, they get their immune system drops so much that later on when you try to put them on antiretrovirals, it may not work. So at the end of the day, if you want to reduce new infections, then we need to put all people living with HIV on antiretroviral therapy.
In 2017 alone, 60,000 adults and children died of acquired immunodeficiency syndrome AIDS, according to the UNAIDS. The situation has not been taken lightly by the National Association of Persons Living with HIV and AIDS. National President of the Network of Persons Living with HIV in Ghana, Emmanuel Beluzeba Sukure, has described as unacceptable for any of its members to die in the fashion Dapa found herself.
Yes, I feel very bad because at this stage, I don't think somebody should die of HIV. HIV doesn't kill. That is the fact that I want your viewers to know. HIV doesn't kill. It is some of these mistakes that people do that kill people living with HIV. If I'm living with HIV and I'm being put on antiretroviral drugs and I monitor my viral loads every 6 months to see to it that I'm corresponding to treatment, I don't need to die. I don't need to die. HIV doesn't kill. What will make a person with HIV kill is when you stop taking antiretroviral drugs.
The World Health Organization and other health professionals have said that there is no cure for HIV at the moment. Many traditional, herbal or spiritual healers believe HIV is spiritually acquired and can be healed with special herbs and the right spiritual interventions. We are heading to Asante-Aguna in the Ashanti region to meet one of the popular herbal doctors.
Me ankasane adwumawura no Dr. Buwadi. Na me da Dr. Buwadi Herbal Center no ano.
He is one of the many herbal doctors that Jane visited. About 100 meters to his shrine is this huge billboard which lists the major diseases Dr. Buedi specializes in. HIV is the first.
HIV were draw, Kwasi Broni near draw. Kwasi Broni, a free HIV back in 1973. Bronia ya so kobenya draw bia. Kebet ma 2 HIV ase. Esa say Broni 77 adwen boninti. Say Broni timi nya HIV adura anka wuntimi nto. Na asidan ka otumfo nyakopɔ kokroko. Enfie dunye na nyakopɔ de na duro ye den emaame.
Dr. Buedi has a 6-acre land at his backyard where he grows variety of herbs he uses to heal the various ailments displayed on his billboard, including HIV.
Was me with HIV? Who was HIV? Dia den dia dance parties who HIV. Ebrebi atwa no me kwaya lab wa ha. Me kwaya no krata doctor de ma me se manya HIV no. Enie hospital ni din wo so. Doctor answer na cha yeden e wo so. Na answer di nipa ni ayeden ato ye ne Dr. Buedi Eba Center ye duro no so HIV aduro de na to so. Wonum aduro no abaya bosumi mienu na bosumi 9 bosumi 9 a HIV wo mu awodo miensa. Ye wo HIV 1, HIV 2, HIV 3. E depending nipa no HIV no a owo. E tebe ma nipa na kwaye lab no, ba bi kwaye lab obesa akwa wono a doctor besa atwi no moja akwahia afidie no no. Results no beba no eso e negative. Aye wo results be pray. Ghana AIDS Commission for now to anamabe.
So I asked him whether he has contacted the Ghana AIDS Commission about his discovery.
2006 we the pen never ha. Eti wa we Ghana AIDS Commission penny awoda Asante region no won nko for mo nko pen nipa wanya HIV nipa makoma 10 me nyu sika me fam aduro ne de entese one say yare ne timi from majamu dia na say Ghana o say ye atwadi obani masama me kai ni wanyene awrawo sam say nkofo ekoye no 3 days na ewiase nyina HIV dakese nkofo akwagira FM so TV to say condemn say HIV ni aduro everyone man tell won ka biem
real but you sabi the deal the last girl where you chop fi be your last meal.
Tell them it's a dangerous disease. I'm on advising.